So Braden's been trying to find the impellers that we need to replace. He's like doing yoga upside down and backwards, trying to like dig through all the bins. Everything takes longer than you think. Oh, it smells. Oh, it's spilled in here. No? No, you don't think that's fuel? That's really bad. I'm Brooke, and this is Braden. We have 2 kids and 2 dogs, Rooney, Penn, Frazier, and Captain. At 75 tons and 55 feet long, our home is different. With time being non-renewable and our home being, well, movable, around the world we go as we roam to know. Welcome aboard, Mermaid Monster. If you told us this boat can't leave the dock until all the projects and chores are 100% complete, we'd never leave the dock. At some point, you just need to push off, and I can happily say that as you're watching this, we are cruising, and holy cannoli, do we have an itinerary for you.
Finished.
This week, it's all about the tedious jobs, like this varnish. It is so temperamental. We also have to provision, do impellers, lots of other engine room shenanigans, and so forth. So, enjoy.
Filming?
Yeah. What the heck is going on?
So we're just doing all the odds and ends. So we're going through and cleaning all the...
Odds and ends for what? What do you mean?
We want to get out of here. We want to leave. We love Florida, but we'd like to go at least to the Bahamas and get moving a little bit farther. So we're going and we're going to clean all the filters out, all the strainers. Even though it's not time for oil and fuel filter changes, we do it now so that we don't have to do it later, and then we can get a lot of spares and clean everything up, make it look perfect. And that way we don't have to do it when we want to have fun in the Bahamas. The hard thing is that the weather's so nice here in Florida that you don't want to do this in Florida either. So,
I'm really confused because you hated Florida.
Yeah, I hated Florida, but Florida grew on me, and now I really like Florida a lot. So...
Yeah, it is actually. Like, we found all the local spots and now we like love it.
We like Florida. And Penn has reminded me that he has lived in Florida longer than he's lived in California collectively. So
that's so weird to think about.
I've raised instead of raising a California kid, I've raised a Florida kid.
He's a confused child.
I would have never thought that.
Alright. Well, good luck. I'm gonna go eat lunch. What are you doing?
We're gonna change the impellers right now, and just gotta get this.
Did you
plate.
put a bucket under it?
There's not really a place for a bucket. It's not coming off, right? We have a.
So Braden's been trying to find the impellers that we need to replace, but he's like doing yoga upside down and backwards, trying to like dig through all the bins. I think he got some of them replaced. He couldn't get one off, and he just had to shut a through hole better because there was water that was pouring out, and it looks like he got it. Everything takes longer than you think. I realized I didn't even really know what an impeller was, and so I started looking at it and asking Braden. I'm sure a lot of you watching are proficient boat people and already know what an impeller is, but it's pretty much technically very on the basic level a rubber piece that looks like a paddle wheel that the seawater goes through to keep the engine cool. Our engines are wet exhaust, so they are cooled by the ocean. So seawater running through near the engines to me seems crazy because seawater ruins everything, but it obviously works somehow. The ocean is the most corrosive environment you could ever put something in, and here we are. Here we are in a boat that's built with thousands and thousands and thousands of tiny little pieces, and we expect things to not break down, or we get frustrated when they do. And then you think about the environment that this thing, this machine that floats is put in, and you're like, oh duh, that makes sense why everything's always breaking. But yeah, that's what an impeller is.
We change the impellers, unless there's some other reason. We would change them once a year. And it's time.
Or like how do you know if it's
the rubber
worn?
is gonna wear out.
But how do you know if it's wearing out?
Because they're rubber. Well, you can look at them. You can inspect them and see. But even if we inspect it and take a look at it, it's gonna be just fine. Because they always are just fine. We just replace them as a precaution. So that is the impeller right there. I'm gonna use this tool right here. It goes in, it'll grab the impeller and pull it out. So that's the easiest way to do it without damaging anything.
Steady. There we go.
What makes it tough is,
Oh.
see how it doesn't fully grip?
Where?
See how it doesn't grip? It doesn't get all the way back in there, so it slid all that way on there.
You got it. Let's see, is there even any wear and tear on it?
Well, there wasn't before I pulled it out.
It still looks brand new.
So now we're gonna take a new one and put it back in. We have another one on the starboard engine, and then we have 2 hydraulic cooling pumps, and that'll be the impellers that we do today. So hopefully they go a little smoother than this. That engine has a space about this big that you gotta fit in, which is gonna make it really fun. But I'm determined to get everything done today because I want to clean it up and make the engine room look nice again.
And paint it. We gotta paint some stuff, huh? Because we got new injectors, is that what it's called?
Yes.
All these things, those are all new. And because of that, there's paint that needs to be redone. And I guess I've been given the task of painting an engine. Ew. It's like it's being born in reverse. For some reason this grosses me. This is really gross looking. Look at it.
I think I add a little too much grease. Notice that I called it grease.
So gross.
Alright, let me see that mallet.
Now it's getting inappropriate. I'm just kidding.
We're done.
But nope, you didn't put my finely brushed plate on, topper thingy. I got all the cardboard off like you asked.
Yeah, so now we take this, now we put our cardboard.
Do you want to wipe off some of the grease?
No, we want to keep it.
Yeah.
Put the cardboard gasket back on.
What does the cardboard do?
It's a gasket, it makes a perfect seal.
After we did all the impellers, we have to take our label maker, something that you might not think you need on a boat, but you do, because we mark the label, the engine hours, and then the date, and put that on the new impeller like front or whatever plate, so then we know when the last time we changed it was and how many hours we were at. That way you can kind of gauge when it's time to change it again. So I'm looking at the hours and I'm gonna print these labels and then go slap them on. Next up was the tedious job of varnishing. We ended up having someone else do it, but we learned as she went along, so we can now keep up on it. It's just a lot of layering, sanding, layering, sanding, layering, sanding.
We're getting ready to go somewhere. We want to go to the Bahamas, but we are missing a passport for Penn. So we expedited it, but expediting doesn't seem to be as quick as we thought. We thought it was a 2-week expedite. It looks like due to everything that's going on right now, there's no guarantee on any sort of expedite. So we paid the money at least, but now because this fuel that we use for the tender has been sitting in here for longer than I would be comfortable with putting in my tender, I'm gonna take the fuel out. We're gonna put it into the rental car, and I'm sure the rental car will be fine running this fuel. And then
wait, you're putting it into the rental car?
I'm gonna put it. How else are you gonna dispose of it?
Oh, I didn't know you were doing that.
Is that a bad idea?
Probably.
I think it's a minivan. It should run on just about anything.
Oh gosh. Okay.
And then we're gonna get some nice fresh fuel to put in the tender, because and I'll maybe put some fuel stabilizer in there and stuff to make it last a little bit longer.
Okay.
So that's the chore for today.
It's hot.
Rags.
Oh, it smells. Oh, it's spilled in here. No? No, you don't think that's fuel?
It's okay.
Oh my gosh.
Just a little bit of fuel.
Braden, there's fuel everywhere in there.
No, there's not either. Don't even give me that.
That's really bad. What? It's upside down. Braden.
It's not upside down at all.
No, it's filled with fuel. You say that's water. I hope you're right.
Water. It's just water.
Because it smells a lot like
It's just water.
Alright.
Let's clean them.
Can you get a fine for that?
Well, yeah, if you let it go in the ocean, you can get a fine. But why would I let it? There's just a little bit on top. Let's just clean these guys here.
Is that why it smells so bad? Just that little bit of fuel makes it smell? I mean, I think it smells good. I like the smell. Why are there so many rags in here?
We inherited those when we bought the boat. A bunch of rags.
The next big thing on our list, and the one I like the least, is provisioning. It is no small miracle that I'm able to properly provision without forgetting our favorite essentials, but I think I got it right. There are many ways to provision a boat, and it all depends on your personal eating style. We're gluten-free on Mermaid Monster, thanks for me acquiring celiac disease a few years ago. Yay. So slightly high maintenance, but very doable. Anyways, I break it down into categories: grains, meat, produce, dairy, sauces, baking supplies, and seasonings. And then we stockpile our favorite candy and other essentials like that. But keep in mind, other countries, they do have food. I know it's shocking. People eat everywhere. So get the things you enjoy that you may not find easily out of the country, but you don't need to go crazy.
This is the daily driver.
Yeah, it's...
Brooke picked the color.
Ew, no.
Because it reminds her of when she used to go to soccer practice when she was little. How is this? I don't think this is going to be able to go in here. Look at it.
We're trying to use up the last of the fuel, but it's not good enough that Braden trusts to... Oh.
Did you see that?
Why'd you do that? Oh. What are you doing? Stop. It just sprayed everywhere.
But it's not going to go in. Look at it.
Braden.
Look.
Okay. Gross. Oh my gosh.
There.
It's pressurized because it's hot.
All right. You
it
told me
working?
that. I'll make an entire disaster right here.
You gotta clean it up. Fuel spill on aisle 7.
I think so. What do you got, Pen? What is that? You got the list?
Do we need
The
mayo?
master list?
Do we need mayo?
You got the master list?
Yeah.
Let me see the master list, Pen. There's the list. There it is.
Let's go into the main aisle. Do we need mayonnaise? Just, you never know when you need a gallon of mayo. Never know. Watch out, there's a car behind you. Oh, it's so heavy.
You feel ready?
Where do you go?
Adventure is out there.
Go to the Bahamas.
But we still haven't figured out how we're smuggling Pen in.
He's little.
Did you end up getting toilet paper?
No,
You're wiping your butt with paper towels.
we have macerators.
That doesn't clean your butt. I strongly dislike Costco. Because you go in for things and then you come out with crap like this. Stupid. And like lentils.
And like a scooter.
And a scooter.
Because my other one broke up
A scooter that lights up. Well guys, that's all for now, but stay tuned for next week as it's gonna get a little bit wild, like for real. As always, thank you for watching. If you like what you've seen, give us a like and subscribe. Don't forget to hit that notification bell. And if you want to comment, head to the community section on our page. We will see you all next week.